Which founding father risked his popularity by defending British soldiers in the Boston Massacre trials? The answer is John Adams. After serving as U.S. Minister to France, which pivotal cabinet position did Thomas Jefferson assume upon his return in 1789? The answer is Secretary of State. Which historic Virginia estate is the final resting place of America's first president? The answer is Mount Vernon. Which state's Declaration of Rights inspired Thomas Jefferson's famous phrase, "Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness"? The answer is Virginia. Which U.S. president, known for his reticent demeanor and strategic use of radio, earned the nickname Silent Cal? The answer is Calvin Coolidge. On what date was the Declaration of Independence adopted by the Second Continental Congress? The answer is July 4th, 1776. Which innovative eyeglasses invention by Benjamin Franklin merged two prescriptions to help him see both near and far? The answer is bifocals. Which key grievance in the Declaration of Independence challenges King George III for levying taxes without colonial consent? The answer is taxation without representation. Which founding father introduced a 1779 bill aimed at establishing a tax-funded public education system in Virginia? The answer is Thomas Jefferson. Which founding father, despite his own political disagreements, led a letter-writing campaign that convinced Federalists to favor Jefferson instead of Burr in the 1800 tie? The answer is Alexander Hamilton. Which U.S. president's will mandated that his enslaved workers be freed upon his wife's death? The answer is George Washington. Following a bitter election and a push for Republican simplicity, which president walked to his 1801 inauguration? The answer is Thomas Jefferson. Although the phrase "founding fathers" typically honors influential men like Washington and Jefferson, critics argue it overlooks the vital contributions of which group? The answer is women. Which battle in 1777, marked by a decisive American win, persuaded France to back the colonial revolution? The answer is Saratoga. Which founding father, despite owning hundreds of slaves, never freed them in his will due in part to hefty estate debts? The answer is Thomas Jefferson. Which founding father transformed his Monticello estate by replacing tobacco cultivation with grain farming? The answer is Thomas Jefferson. Which founding father championed the creation of a national bank to stabilize early U.S. finances? The answer is Alexander Hamilton. Which circulating U.S. coin has featured a depiction of Monticello's West Garden facade on its reverse since 1938? The answer is nickel. Which eyeglass innovation of a founding father combined two lens prescriptions in one frame for both near and far vision? The answer is bifocals. Which founding father was unanimously chosen to preside over the 1787 convention that drafted the U.S. Constitution? The answer is George Washington.